Hello and welcome back to Neighbor's Advice. Today we're going to be looking at remote controls. You may have a remote control for your television, your sound system, and if they start to go faulty, you're pushing the buttons and it just doesn't seem to be working. I had this happen with this particular unit, and I just want to show you basically what you can do to improve it and perhaps fix it at very little cost. So I've taken it apart. Usually there's just little clips along the sides just here. And that's what holds it in place. But you can be fairly rough with just getting a screwdriver in there and prying them apart. And all these remotes, all they really are made up of is a circuit board, very simple circuit board, some wiring that makes the contacts for your batteries. And that's it really. And then the rest of this is just housing. Now the problem is that the housing inside here is completely hollow. There's very little bits of sort of plastic that goes around that makes up the housing. And the central area is just really for your batteries. This is what the batteries are going to hold into. Then the common problem is that you're dropping these. And when you drop them, what happens is the plastic just there breaks. It snaps in this direction. And then the batteries aren't making contact with the spring. It's allowing for movement and a gap. So you're not getting a really good contact. And that's what's really the culprit. That's what's causing the problem with your remote. And you're not getting any signal as you push your buttons. So what you can do is open it up. And there were two things I wanted to show you. One of my ideas was to put a bit of wood here to strengthen it and a bit of glue, which is fine. But what's really cheap and simple is expanding foam. And what you can do is just put a little bit of expanding foam in here. And then once it goes off, give it about 24 hours, you can then trim it down. And this will give you stability. This will give you kind of, so when you are dropping this unit, it's not shattering the sides walls of this plastic, which is really what is allowing the batteries to rattle around inside, and then you lose connection. So that's it really, just a bit of expanding foam, or if you don't have that, just to cut out a bit of wood and glue it into these hollow chambers here. And then you can just put the thing back together again and it'll work fine. So there you go, there's another little tip, hope that helps. And now on to the next job.